Today we're going to be working on our core, on building our core strength, working on the third chakra, which is right at the solar plexus. It's our place of empowerment and willpower. So every time we do core work, it's not necessarily to get that beach-ready bod, but it's to build our foundation, to build our strength within ourselves, and make sure that we have that sense of empowerment in our yoga class, but also in our life. So the more we work physically, the more it translates into our life and our experiences. Also, it's cold here in Argentina, so it's nice to do core work to build up that internal heat, the fire within us. So we're going to start in tabletop, coming onto hands and knees, hug navel to spine. And with your inhale, just let the belly drop gently, the chest lift, not necessarily getting into a very deep back bend. As you exhale, press into the earth with the palms, hug the navel all the way up towards the sky, and feel the muscles behind the shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades engage. Inhale, come back into that cow pose, letting the belly drop, chest and sitting bone lift. And as you exhale, round it out. Feel the engagement of core. Press into the earth with the palms. One more time, following your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then from here, inhale, come to a neutral tabletop so the back is flat, but we're still feeling this engagement of core, navel hugging in. So what we're going to work on next is some core work. I'm going to tuck my shirt in so you can see the engagement of the core. We're going to extend the left arm and right leg. And what we want to avoid is dropping into that cow tilt. You can see my belly kind of falls forward and my low back rounds. So we want to lift and engage the same muscles that it took to get into cat tilt without really rounding the upper back. So this is our foundation. As you exhale, touch elbow to knee, and then come into cat tilt, really rounding up, lifting knee and elbow off earth. Inhale, extend, keep that strong foundation and core, and exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, reach up and out, and exhale, tuck it in. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant palm and knee, and we're going to change sides. So right arm, left leg extends. Again, gather in the core, the low belly. We're going to support the low back here, not dropping down into the back bend. And as you exhale, touch elbow to knee, round upper back, lift knee and elbow as high as you can off the earth. Inhale, extend on up. Exhale, tuck it in. Good. Imagine as if you were moving just from the core. So rather than really lifting the arm and leg, use the core to help you engage. Lift up and out, inhale, plant palm and knee, exhale. Sit back, child's pose. Take a moment just to relax, hips to heels, forehead to the earth. Walk the hands as far forward as they'll go, so the elbows and the forearms lift off the earth. And then from here, drag the shoulder blades down the back. You're going to feel more space created between ears and shoulders. And then engage the armpits, hug them in as if you were trying to hide the armpit from the side of the room. So we really want to firm up through the armpits. And then keeping this constitution in the arms, hands, and shoulders, just start with your inhale to lift the hips, tuck the toes, and we're going to press up and back into downward facing dog. Good, and then try to re-engage, so press palms to mat, draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears, firm up through armpits, so even the elbow creases are going to start to face in towards each other, maybe even slightly up towards the sky. Let the neck relax and take 3 breaths here. When you're here, breathe into core. So hug navel to spine, feel that engagement. Every exhale, feeling the firming up, the strengthening of the center. On your next inhale, lift heels and sit bones, round upper back like you're coming through cat tilt and into plank pose. Extend out through crown of head and heels, exhale, lift hips, press up and back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift heels and sit bones, then round, rolling forward to plank. Extend out, crown of head and heels, hug navel to spine, and exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift heels, roll forward to plank. Keep the core engaged, extend out, and then with your exhale, lift hips, press up and back, down dog. Good, now continuing it a little bit further, inhale, round the upper back, roll forward to plank, extend out. With your exhale, place the knees straight down to the earth. Try to keep the body in one line from crown of head to knees. We're not hinging from hips in any way. So nice long body. As you exhale here, bend elbows 90 degrees in towards your ribs, and then exhale, press up, straightening the arms. So just some chaturanga push-ups. Big inhale. I think I got off on the breath, but exhale, lower down. And inhale, straighten the arms, come back up. So only the arms are moving, the back or the hips are not changing position. One more time, exhale, inhale. Good, now with your exhale, lower all the way down, belly and chest to earth. Good, from here, gentle cobra, tops of feet plant, lift up through chest and collarbones, grow light on the hands, suction cup navel off the spine, so the core is really supporting this heart opener. With your exhale, press into palms, sit back, child's pose, let the arms relax by the sides of the legs, and take a breath. How quickly can you let go? How quickly can you find ease in the body, in the arms, even in the core? So just let that belly soften. All right, from here, extend the arms back up, just like we did at the beginning. Walk the hands forward. Draw shoulder blades down away from the ears so you're growing longer from fingertips to the very base of the shoulder blade. Creating as much space between ear and tops of shoulders as possible. And then with your inhale, lift the hips, tuck toes, and press up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Take a moment just to get reconnected. Feel inner thighs hug in towards each other. Navel hugs towards spine. With your inhale, extend the right leg up and back, down dog split. As you exhale, tuck it in, knee to nose as you shift forward to plank pose. Keep knee and foot lifted. Inhale, extend it up high, hips and right heel. As you exhale, tuck it in, knee to nose. Try to touch nose to knee as you come into plank. And then inhale, reach it up. So again, working from core here. One more time, exhale, tuck it in. Press into the earth with the hands like cat tilt. Inhale, reach. And with your exhale, step it through, creating that same engagement of core as you bring the foot to the mat. Lowered left knee towards the ground. And with your inhale, lift the arms up overhead. With your exhale, plant palms, step back, down dog, so curl off your back knee and step right foot back. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, tuck it in, knee to nose, shift forward to plank. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, tuck it in. Use that breath to help connect to core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck it in. Good. Reach up and out with your breath in. Breath out. Create that same activation, rounding upper back, pressing into palms, and then step through left foot to left hand. Lower right knee, lift arms, inhale. Good, and then exhale, make your way back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift heels and sit bones, round forward to plank, extend out, exhale, knees to earth, bend elbows 90 degrees, modified chaturanga. Inhale, straighten the arms, tops of feet plant, hug navel to spine as you lift the heart forward. Exhale, tuck toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Good, from here, inhale, reach right leg high. Exhale, tuck it in, knee to nose. Step through, right foot to right hand. Rise high lunge on the inhale, so get nice and grounded and steady, and then rise on up. Feel inner thighs hug in towards each other, hips square off, arms extend tall. From here, inhale, straighten the front leg, reach high. Exhale, lunge and sweep the right arm back behind you for a gentle twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center, straighten front leg and arms up to sky. Exhale, lunge and sweep right arm back for a twist. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good, reach up high, inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, plant palms, step back into plank pose. This time, walk the feet together, hug the inner thighs towards each other, and as you exhale, try full chaturanga, bending the elbows 90 degrees. If you need to, knees on the earth. From here, come up, straightening the arms into your back bend, a high cobra or up dog, lifting knees off the earth. And with your exhale, press up and back from the core and rest in down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, tuck it in, knee to nose, shift forward to plank, and then step it through. Rise up, high lunge on the left side on your inhale. Drop shoulders down, away from ears. Feel inner thighs hug in towards each other, squaring off. Get grounded through the feet, and with your inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, lunge and lower left arm back behind you for the twist. Inhale, reach it high, face forward. Exhale, sweep left arm back as you come into the lunge. Inhale. One more time. With your exhale, plant palms, step back, plank pose, lower chaturanga, or knees can be on or off the mat. Inhale, take your back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Let the neck relax. Last breath, take a big inhale through nose. And an open mouth cleansing exhale out. Good, and then lower knees. Take child's pose. Arms by the sides, forehead to mat. Let the shoulders relax, arms soften, even the palms and wrists. Find some ease here. And breathe into belly. From here, on the inhale, come on up into tabletop. We're going to bring the left forearm to the mat, parallel to the short edge of your yoga mat. Keep that palm planted wide. Press the right hand into the earth just to start to straighten the legs out. And then once you do, pivot the feet. So the feet are either separated out or they can be stacked on top of each other for an extra challenge. Left shoulder is stacked over left elbow, and maybe extend right arm up towards the sky here. Press down through the forearm, lift up through right arm, lifting hips from core, take one more breath. And exhale, right hand down, place the knees to the earth, and then we're gonna change sides. So we're gonna bring right forearm to the earth, parallel to short edge of mat. Keep that left hand planted just as you extend the legs out, and then pivot the feet, either stacking or scissoring the feet out. And then lifting left arm, stay grounded through that right shoulder, and try to lift up and out of the shoulder, girls. So rather than really leaning on that shoulder, you're extending up and out, lifting through the left arm, lifting hips from core, and breathe. Next, exhale, release left hand, knees to earth. This time bring the knees wide. And sit back in a child's pose, letting the breath, the belly and the chest fall through the knees. Good, and then on your next inhale, come on up to seated. Grab a hold of a block. So you need a block or a pillow that you can fold up that's somewhat thick. So we're gonna start on our backs. We're gonna do some core work, which is a great way to really enhance the strength and empowerment both in our bodies and in our lives. And this is some work that my friend and fellow yoga teacher, Sarah Thompson, taught me. To use this block as a way to really engage the core. So I'm going to talk us through this. We're going to start on the backs, have your block handy, and we're going to place the block thinnest height or the pillow folded up so it's thick, and place it right on the inner thighs. Squeeze the block with the thighs, bring low back to the mat, navel hugs down and knit the low ribs towards the spine. So rather than letting the low ribs stick up and out, we're gonna draw the ribs down, draw the navel down, and you'll feel the tailbone lifting. Good, and then really squeeze onto this block. Pull up through the pelvic floor. So that engagement is the same as like a Kegel exercise, but it's also, if you were trying to stop the flow of pee, pleasant, I know, but really find that engagement. So what that's gonna do is help engage the transverse abdominal muscles, the deeper ab muscles that line the whole front of the body, as opposed to just the superficial six-pack abs that kind of sit on the top of those transverse abdominal muscles. So we want to feel the pelvic floor engaged so that you're also engaging those deep ab muscles, but you can see my belly is still soft. I'm not hard as a rock here because I'm engaging those deeper ab muscles. So that's what we're going for. Good, and then from here, just extend the legs up, straight overhead, heels in line with the sit bones. And then try to re-engage the same way that we did with the feet on the earth. So squeeze the block with the thighs, really feel the thighs engaged. Pull up through pelvic floor, hug navel to spine, so you shouldn't be able to fit your hand underneath your low back, and then draw low ribs in. From here, interlace the hands behind the head and just rest the head down onto the hands, elbows wide. So you should be feeling this. If you're not feeling this, rework on the engagement. Thighs squeeze the block really firmly as if someone was going to try to punch that block out from your thighs. You want to hug it in that hard. Then pelvic floor engages, navel hugs towards spine, low ribs knit in. We're going to hold here just for 3 breaths to feel that super strong engagement of the deep abdominal muscles. As you breathe, with the core engaged, you're going to feel the ribs expand more than the belly. So the belly may move slightly, but we want to focus the breath into the ribs, into the lungs, so that you can keep that engagement of core. Good, and then rest, plant feet, set block off to the side. Just let the knees touch together. You can even gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. And let your belly be soft and full here. So we want to be building strength in our core, but we don't want to be creating kind of a habitual tightening of our ab muscles, which creates shielding and armoring that we just don't need. We don't need to be walking around with our core super engaged all the time because people aren't going to be fighting us or hitting us in the stomach because we're walking down the street. So we want to learn how to engage them when we need them and let them go when we don't need them. Good. All right, let's set up again. So grab the block, place it in the inner thighs, extend the legs up high, and then do the same engagement. So thighs hug the block so hard that if you hit the block, it wouldn't slide out. Pelvic floor engages, navel hugs down towards mat, engage those transverse abdominal muscles. We want to avoid the lifting of the core and really hug the navel down. Interlace hands behind the head, draw low ribs in towards the spine. And then from here, we're going to lift the shoulder blades off the mat. So we're going to take it an extra challenge. So now you should really feel that engagement. Take a breath. And then imagine as if you had a beach ball on your stomach. So rather than just crunching nose towards thighs, we want to be lifting up and around the beach ball as if you could touch your chin or your forehead to your toes. Yeah, let's do the forehead so you're not yanking too much from the neck. Good, so supporting the head with the hands, squeeze block, pull pelvic floor in, navel to spine, low ribs in. Take a big breath out, only moving about an inch or so. Lift the forehead up towards the toes. Good, back to center, but keep the shoulder blades lifted. Exhale, lift. Inhale to center. Exhale, lift. Inhale to center. We're going to do this 2 more times. Exhale, lift. Inhale to center. Last time. Exhale, lift. Good. And then release, set block off to the side. This time, extend the legs, reach the arms up high. So if you felt this at all in the low back, I recommend you stay at one of the levels where we're not doing the lifting up because that can create a little bit of extra pressure on the low back. So if you're feeling that, skip it and just work on this, holding this statically for several breaths. Every exhale, imagine the navel hugging down towards the mat. Okay, good. Take another breath here to rest, and then we're gonna switch it up a little bit and work on the obliques a little bit more. Good. And as you're resting, whenever you rest, just notice what comes up for you. So do you feel frustrated? Do you really enjoy core work? Does it make you angry even? And that's totally cool. It's really good to notice what happens in your mind as you do different work on your yoga mat. Okay, extend the legs, grab the blocks, stay with me here. You can do this. You have the strength. Interlace hands behind the head, lift shoulder blades off mat, squeeze block, pelvic floor engages, navel to spine, low back placed on the mat, shoulder blades lifted an inch off the ground. Take a big breath in. This time, exhale, bring both elbows towards the right toes, up and over. Inhale to center. Exhale, right elbow towards left toes, lift up. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good, inhale, center. 2 more times each side. Squeeze the block. Re-engage pelvic floor. Exhale, right side. Inhale to center. Exhale, up to the left side. Inhale, center. Stay with me. Breathe. If you have to come out, come right back into it. Right side. Inhale, center. Left side. Last one. Good. And then come down. Release the block. Set it off to the side. Extend out through leg, lift through arms, get a nice stretch through the front of the body. Good. All right, we're gonna do one more. You got this. We can totally do this. So, same setup. Block, legs straight, pelvic floor engages, navel to spine, shoulder blades lift. Bring hands behind the head. Good. From here, all we're going to do is lift the tailbone an inch off the mat as you exhale, lifting up and over that imaginary beach ball. So legs lift, shoulders lift higher off the mat. Exhale, lift, legs to the sky, up and over the beach ball, back to center. Exhale, lift. So the legs are moving straight up, perpendicular towards the earth, and you're lifting up and over that beach ball. It's hard to talk. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Exhale, lift, legs and chest. 1 more time. Good. And then release. Ooh, that got me. Breathe. Let the belly be soft. Take a nice breath in. Stretch through the front of the body. Good. And then from here, just flip over onto your stomach. Bring the forearms to the mat. Elbows underneath shoulders. Plant the palms, drag your hands as if you could draw the front of the mat closer towards you, lift the chest forward. The goal here is to get a nice opening through the front of the body. Let the neck be soft here. Nice work, well done. Good, just roll onto your back here. Take a moment, lying down on the mat, arms down by the side. Breathe in the belly. And just notice what came up for you. What did you feel? What did you observe about your body? What do you feel now? Do you feel heat still in the core? Do you feel warmer overall? Good, and then grab a hold of your block. We're not gonna do any more core work, don't worry. Feet to the mat, bend at the knees, press into the feet, peel the spine off mat like you're coming into bridge, and then just slide the block underneath your low back, letting the hips relax. This is a nice way just to get a little bit more opening in the front of the body while still relaxing the core, the arms, the head. And just take about 3 breaths here. Really focusing on filling the belly, filling the chest, and exhale, let the breath wash down. Good, inhale, belly fills first, then chest, and then exhale, just let that breath wash down over you. Inhale, belly, then chest, and exhale, let it out. Press into the feet, lift the hips off the block, slide it out from underneath you. Roll down onto the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time, and then hug the knees in towards chest, and gently rock side to side. Good. All right, and then from here, take a few moments in Shavasana or in a reclining pose that's really calling to you. So you can do a reclined twist, a few breaths on each side, just a normal Shavasana. You can do a Baddha Konasana. Just pick the pose, the relaxing pose, for 5 to 8 breaths. It works best for you. And whatever you're choosing, continue that breath of really filling the stomach, then the chest, and letting the exhale just wash down over your body. So the more we build our physical strength, I believe the more we feel strength in our lives, the more empowered we feel, the more willpower we have in our lives to take on challenges, to take on our dreams, to set and see through intentions in our life. So core work is not a thing to torture you or to frustrate you. It's a way to build the strength deep within you, to build that fire, that initiative fire, to get shit done. And it's always good to notice your reaction to poses, acknowledging them, and rather than reacting to the emotions that come up to the poses, pause and decide how you want to move forward. Do you want to move forward with that outward expression of frustration, or do you want to move forward with compassion, with peace? It's your decision. And what you decide changes your life. From here, just make your way over to one side, and then up to seated. Cross the legs, take a comfortable, easy pose here. Bring the palms together at the center of the heart. In this last moment of class, create an intention that you want to take with you. What do you want to bring with you off your mat, out of your yoga practice, and into your life? Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.